Today I will show you how we generated leads for a window cleaning company for just around $50 a lead, and in total for this client we only spent around 1.5k and he got around 8k back. So all in all, super high return on investment and a good deal for the client as well. So if you run a local business or you just want to generate more high quality leads and in general more leads, then stick around and watch this video, because I will be breaking down the step-by-step process that we implemented for this client. And also at the end, I will show you the exact layout of the carousel that we've been using that actually crushed it and halved the cost per acquisition or cost per lead for this client. And if you're new here, my name is Vincent and I started running ads around 2016 when I helped an e-commerce client scale from 50k to 150k just by running Facebook ads and Google ads. Ever since then, I started my agency called Chipper, where we help e-commerce businesses as well as local businesses generate more leads and in general just scale all over the world while managing a 7-figure ad spend. So first of all, some context around this client. They came to us after trying a lot of different ways to generate leads. They even tested Facebook ads, but they didn't succeed, or they just in general didn't generate high quality leads. So when we came in, we implemented our proven identity hooking system and we basically started getting to work. Of course, the first thing that we always do is do a lot of research on what the competitors are doing, what type of offers they're running, what type of ads they're running, but also we watch outside of different niches. For example, this client is window cleaning. So we looked at vent cleaning, we looked at landscaping because they're big on advertising, tree removals, etc. And of course, that's a small magic trick that you can implement by doing research, because that way you put yourself one step ahead of the competition, because you're not just focusing on your own niche, but you're also looking at other niches and find ads that work for them, replicate them in your niche, and then you'll find success as well, because it's a proven ad that runs, that generates leads, and you just copy it and implement it yourself. So you can also branch out to other different countries, like for example Canada. If you're in the USA, you can look at window cleaning ads in the US, or even tree removals or landscaping ads in Canada. Take some inspiration from that, implement it in your business as well. But of course, since this was a pretty new business, we really didn't have a lot of data to work with. So we basically started looking at the competitors for inspiration, and we did this inside the ad library, typing in relevant keywords, which of course was window cleaning. And then we started looking at ads that were running for at least a week. That's a key as well. Look at ads that are running for at least a week, because then you will know that they're working, or someone doesn't know how to do their advertising, but in general, it shows that it's working. And then what we always do is we work with a tool called Ad Nova, where we just basically save the ads, where you can always look back at the ads. So every single video that we look at, every single photo ad, you can also see the copies of the ads, the offers that they're running. So it's basically like a swipe file of your competitors that you can look at and keep on adding at, because research doesn't stop in phase one. It continues throughout the whole process as well. So then we basically started to replicate what the competitors were doing. We created the same style of ad for them, either a video ad or a photo ad, and we basically started running them. And then after a couple of days, we noticed that the cost per lead was pretty high. I think it was around $120. So we went back to the drawing board, looked at the footage that they provided us, and we started to edit a new type of video, which was actually pretty cool. It was more high-end looking villa. So you can see that the service that he was providing is more luxurious and also attracts new customers as well. Now, of course, keep this in mind. It's a local company in a local area. So if you start advertising to your area, it will become saturated. So people will see your ad multiple times. So the frequency will go up. Normally it's around 1 or 2 at max. But of course, for local clients, it can go up to 4, 5, or even 7. So the thing that you need to do is constantly create new ads to keep it fresh, launch new offers, because then people will see it again, but also the frequency will go down because you're testing a lot of ads. So we basically launched a new creative batch of ads based on the research that we've done, as well as the knowledge of running ads for different companies in different niches. And as you can see, we basically dropped the cost per lead by more than half. We went from a cost per lead that was around $102 to a cost per lead of around $50. And this for a service that generates around $800 to $2,000 per job. So it's actually a pretty solid return on investment. And based on that, we started to test a lot of new varieties of the ads, that are similar as the previous ads. We call this iterations of the winners basically. And besides that, we also started to launch new concepts. For example, we launched a carousel ad that just skyrocketed the business and dropped the cost per lead by even more. And the good thing for you is that I'll be showing you the exact layout of the carousel and how you can replicate it. So here it is. Basically, you start off with an intro of the person. So it's either the team or the founder with a special offer, because if someone is scrolling and they see a face, they will ultimately stop. But at the same time, they're also not gonna buy from a random stranger on the internet. Then you show a before and after picture or an end result picture. So for example, if you're in skincare, you can do the before and after of someone's skin. Then you basically showcase another end result, but you split it into two photos. So the first one is a before and after in one photo. The second one is actually two slides, which is the before as a separate picture and the after as another picture. But it's a different result. So you shouldn't be using the same house or the same patient basically, right? And then basically you show them either a review or a photo of a happy customer with the team or with the founder, and you just create an extra urgency as a headline. So for example, you put something up of like $100 off for the next 5 persons who book in, or 5 people who book in. Then again, a picture of a before and after in one picture, and then at the last slide you basically use a lot of reviews, so either from Facebook, from Google, from Amazon, I don't know, just paste it in, and then you have a nice looking carousel that will actually work pretty well. And then also as a final step that we started to implement with this business is actually automations. So we installed an SMS automation as well as an email automations. These automations are the automations that we usually run for clients like this. It's a pretty simple SMS automation. So when the lead submits the lead form on Facebook with already a lot of pre-qualifying questions, basically the client gets a notification on the app as well as on their email that a new lead is there, as well as on Slack. So they have 3 platforms where they see a new lead coming in. We see it as well on Slack as well as on Gmail. And then we basically text the prospect straight away, something along the lines like, hey, first name, window cleaning offer that we're running on Facebook. When is a good time when we're able to come by or when we can call you? And then a lot of times people will actually answer the text, or if they haven't responded within 5 minutes, we also just put an automation in place that sends them an SMS with saying, or you can just send a picture of your house and we can try to make a quote for you from there. And basically that way the owner of the company knows that the lead is qualified because you pre-qualified them in the lead form, but also in the text because they're responding, they're saying when you should call them back or when you're able to come by. And that is the exact way of how we basically decrease their lead cost by more than half, and how we're also on track to scale them, become a market leader in their area and their community, and even give them more resources to branch out into other niches. Now, if you want more help setting this up or setting your advertising campaigns up on Meta or Google, then just click the link down below and book a call with me, and we'll see how we're able to help you. And of course, thank you for tuning in. If you find this helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to stay up to date on Facebook ads, and of course, learn more about marketing Facebook and Google ads. And I'll see you in the next one.